to my walk with God, my walk. Okay, welcome to my walk with God. Hey, this is my first episode, so you guys take it easy on me. My name is Elijah Ewing from Fresno, California. You know, when I was younger, I grew up in a church. You know, my grandfather was a pastor, my dad was a deacon, my uncle was a deacon, my mom praise and worship leader, my auntie was a choir director. You know, my uncle was a minister of music. It's just, my family was, you know, we grew up in the church. I think that's what made things complicated for me. Yeah, I was raised in the church. No, I have not always been living a God life. I haven't been walking the straight path. No, I did some things in my past. But here I am. Last year was really rough part of my life. I've been trying to figure out how to get through it. That's what I was doing last year. Last year I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do next? What am I going to do with my life? And it was really rough. It was a really rough year for me. And, you know, I had a girlfriend, I had a car, wasn't going to school. I was going to school. I was doing terrible though. I was doing really bad. It was just really rough. Come December, God had been telling me, move to Arizona, move to Arizona, move to Arizona. And he had been telling me, and I've been like, nah, my life is here in Fresno. I'm not going to Arizona. My life is here in Fresno. And so, God being God, he did what he does best, you know. He hit me with life. Come December, I had a job at the airport. I lost my badge at the job like multiple times, to the point to where I couldn't get another badge without going to an appeal. You know, I had to go in front of a jury to get another badge for my job. So at the time I had no job. I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend. I didn't have a girlfriend. My unit was deploying, and here's the kicker, they decided that they can't take everybody in my section, so half of us had to find new units. So didn't have a job, didn't have a girlfriend, and my unit was getting ready to kick me out anyway. So come Christmas time, I'm come out here to Arizona, spend time with my family, and here's my brother. He's like, hey Elijah, why don't you move out here? I mean, what's keeping you in Fresno? You don't have a job, you broke up with your girlfriend, your unit is about to get rid of you. What's keeping you in Fresno? And then I was like, you are so right. There's nothing keeping me in Fresno anymore. So what do? I went back to Fresno. But before I went back to Fresno, I talked to my grandfather. I was like, hey Grandpa, is it cool if I come stay with you? I'll pay rent, just gotta get a job first. And he was like, yeah, cool, it's perfect. And this is what God's been telling me to do for the longest. So I go back to Fresno. You know, I apply for some jobs here in Arizona. Not even a week later, I get a call from this security company in Arizona, and they're like, hey, we saw your application, we'd love to schedule an interview with you. She was like, how does this Friday sound? I was like, I'm not ready to go to Arizona this Friday, but how about next Friday? And she says, perfect. So next Friday, you know, I get my stuff in my car. I get some of my stuff, not all of it, and I drive down to Arizona, and I unpack my things and I go to my interview on Friday, and I'm like, I'm ready. You know, I go in, I prep before I go in. She's like, the job is yours. I'm like, just like that. She's like, yeah, come to training on Monday. I applied. When I got back to Fresno, a week later they called me. A week later I went to an interview, and that Monday I started training to be a security guard. That's the crazy part about it, because back when I was in Fresno, I did what I wanted to do in Fresno. Nobody told me otherwise. You know, I smoked all the time. I slept with anybody I wanted to sleep with. I did a lot of things I shouldn't have been doing. I did whatever I wanted to do. And my life wasn't so good. You know, I had a part-time job. I was going to school, but I was doing terrible in school. I had a girlfriend, but our relationship was going downhill. It wasn't working. So I moved to Arizona. I have a full-time job paying more than what I was getting paid in Fresno. I actually have two jobs. I have a full-time job and a part-time job. Not only that, but I'm finally helping out with my grandfather's church. I haven't smoked since I moved out here. I moved out here in January. I haven't smoked since last year. Those are some of the great things that's been going on. I got a new car. It's just, life has been pretty good here. Better than it was in Fresno, for sure. And I owe that all to God. When I was in Fresno, he told me what I was supposed to be doing, and I didn't really do it. I was like, I'm not gonna really do it. And then I moved out here with the vision he gave me. I've been just pushing for it and pushing for it and pushing for it. But at the same time, it hasn't been easy. I mean, the vision is pretty simple, but it's not easy. It's not easy to accomplish. The devil has been throwing roadblocks in front of me the entire time. And one of the biggest problems I've been having since I've been out here is I really want to follow God, and I really want to give him 100%. And I'm going to love him. And I feel like I haven't been loving him like I should, and I don't know why. I couldn't figure it out. I've been trying to figure out, why can't I follow him like I want to? Why do I keep falling for the same things, you know? I'm trying to get over a problem I have with women. I've been trying to figure out, why can't I get over these things? Why can't I love God like I feel like I should? And I was talking to an old friend today, a real good friend. She helped me realize it's me. When I was younger, I was didn't really fit in, you know. I was like that nerdy smart kid in the back of the classroom. So I didn't really have any friends. I didn't really know that many people. It wasn't until high school where I started getting to know people, and I started really liking myself. In high school, I started liking myself more and more, and then I got to college and I started liking myself more and more. But I never really loved myself. That's what she helped me realize today. I never loved myself. So since I didn't love myself, I would go to women. You know, shower myself with women, be surrounded by women, so that they could love me. And they could love me so much that I didn't have to love myself. But that wasn't good enough, because no amount of women were good enough. I needed more, I needed more, and I needed more. And so that's where I'm at in my walk right now, is I'm learning how to love myself. I'm learning why I didn't love myself before. I'm learning how to change that so I can love myself. So I can start to love God. Because God lives inside of us. If he's in us and we don't love ourselves, we can't love him. That's where I am with my walk. I'm learning how to love myself so I could start to love God. And so I could continue to walk the good walk. Stay on path. And just love him like nothing else. So that's all I have for you guys today. continue to walk with God. Continue your path. If any obstacle gets in the way, don't let it stop you. You know, do what you got to do. If you got to go around it, go through it, jump over it, whatever you got to do, get through it. I know you can, especially with God, nothing's impossible. I also like to give honor to God because you know what? I wouldn't be here without Him. And even though things are hard in life, I like to think my life is pretty good. Thank you, God. Stay tuned. I'll be back next Thursday. I'll tell you guys how my walk's going. And hope you enjoyed my walk with God. See you guys next time.